My name is Vivian and this is Hearts with Heads. I'm greeting all women listening to the sound of my voice, but something is eating me up concerning women. Women are strong species. Women are builders. Women are resilient. Women are hardworking, but women are destroyers too. It is not easy for a woman out there trying to survive in a society where you are being considered a second class and less capable, even when it's obvious that the men folk can achieve very little without us. I understand the frustration, but then, why are we destroying ourselves too? Everything I knew about African women before now had to do with being virtuous, being prudent, having sense of moderation, being rational, being sensible, nice comportment, hardworking, humility and everything nice that make us really beautiful, which the men admire and which to acquire. But all of a sudden, as if something was blown into the earth, we all lost it and became wild. Yes, I understand the pressure from the society, the high expectations, lack of support programs and social benefit from government, violence against women and lack of protective policies. Our parents not living up to their responsibilities to the girl child, and our spouses worsening the whole situation by not being emotionally protective. I understand. It is really quite hard for single African ladies out there who have to eke out a living on their own after their parents have failed them or had done their best for them. It is frustrating trying to survive on your own without social benefits and sometimes without a job at all. Housewives are also not finding it easy carrying the burden of being a homemaker with pregnancies and raising children, and at the same time trying to measure up with their hustling counterparts. The working class and career women are even suffering the most. The battle for survival is real, but then, these battles did not start today. The struggles have been there from time immemorial. So why the sudden loss of values to vanity and to vain things? Nobody is bothered about consequences anymore. Love for money, love for material stuff, and greediness, seem to be at the root of this decadence. If we flash torchlights in clubhouses, women will be there, opening and closing. Flash the lights at the herbalist and kayamata dealers. You will see women flooding there, seeking for charms to tie up an innocent man.
No, this one is like jazz. My man listening to me and obey everything I say.
Get to church. You will see the same women shaking bomb looking for a Suleiman to pull down. Look for animals to dance naked on stage for a performing artist, and women will rush out and spread out their local government headquarters shamelessly for peanuts and for 5 minutes fee. During the time of our mothers and when we were still toddlers, women carried themselves with respect. Single women tried so hard to preserve themselves in chastity, and if any faltered, the person became a scapegoat used in teaching children how not to turn out. I could remember when we were kids, there was a young secondary school girl within our vicinity then who was really considered wild and out of control. If my mom wants to ruin your day, she will tell you to be careful not to turn out like the girl. Back then, married women were respected and treated with honor. Is it still like that now? What went wrong? Back then, men sought for women's hand in marriage, respectfully, with sincerity of purpose. Women were reserved and patient and had choice.
Philosopher, medical, electricity, until the transformer
But these days, women are the ones chasing men around. Kayamata and Kiniko. Women sleep around in men's houses, sharing grace, selling their dignity, kobo kobo, and looking for where to squeeze themselves in as wives. Wife without material. Even the little ones sent to school that do not even know how to mow their lawn, not to talk of knowing how to keep their ebewano clean, are all in the streets looking for whose iPhone and wallet to steal. See, if our men have the courage to tell us how many valuables they lose to these pussy hawkers on the dailies. A man that is close to someone that is close to me lost 2 iPhone 13 Pro Max under 1 month to Ron's babes. Potential models are now thieves and fraudsters, and this explains why we have kids that want to become ritualists and Yahoo boys at age 13. Rogues beget rogues now. When you have no value to offer, what are you going to inculcate in your child? And the social media is setting standards for us, and we are faking it like tomorrow no day, while trying to commit suicide in the name of trying to belong. No woman likes her color anymore. Everybody wants to be Oyibo. And even the Oyibos we are trying to copy, they admire our tint color like Kilode. Okay, look at the Kardashians, for example, that are setting standards for you. Kafana Abu black guys kakara just to get a taste of our melanin. Right from their mom, Chris, down to their last born, Kylie, our women are busy now organic creams to bleach off their destinies. And most of those of organic creams are bad combinations of many dangerous chemicals, which the vendors do not even understand the components. They get already existing bleaching products and mix them all together, and you'll begin to hear snail oil, nkaku saliva, and so on and so forth. And then our yeye British will carry the marketing on their heads while hiding behind camera filters. That was how I heard so much about Susan Chanel and decided to try their product after I had the twins in 2018 to clear up pigmentations and other skin flaws that came with pregnancy. One cream, 45,000 naira, 75 and so on. And I bought different items, that amounted to 360k plus shipping. When the things came, I started crying. The products had no factory address, no registration of any kind, no NAFDAC, nothing, as at that time in 2018. And I don't know about now, no. And then before I used one product for 1 week, my body had white spots all over, and I was like, what? Nobody will question me for saying the truth that I know with evidence. The worst that could happen is that fake dealers will not advertise under my platform, and that is a good news because it will keep my brand very authentic. These chemicals have terrible adverse effects on the long run. Learn from other people's mistakes and from your own mistakes too. Do not continue in what you already know that is causing you harm. Most of us have stretch marks on our laughs that can make anybody to stop eating abacha. Creams have finished many people up, and then we will begin to hide under makeups, from makeups to filters, filters to editing. And there goes the picture of a beauty queen on Facebook and Instagram. Ironically, beauty queens do not use dangerous chemicals on their skin. They are the most natural set of people I have ever known. Of course, if they damage their skin, they will be out of jobs. But our slay queens are filter queens, which have broken a lot of hearts and potential relationships. You will be chatting with a supposed beauty queen and planning your future with who you believe has what you need. And when eventually you set your eyes on her one-on-one, akawo.
My brother.
And this is what gave rise to disrespect by men who barge into people's privacy with unsolicited video chats because they want to get a glimpse of you the way you are without wigs, makeups, and filters. And you know how one thing leads to the other. When they see that there is more to be desired, they will switch from respect to disrespect. Deceit is fraud, woman. When men see that you scammed them with your pictures, they will instantly lose the respect they had for who they saw on the photo, and then top up their game by asking you for nudes. Even when they like you really, they still want to be sure, because this padding wahala is no jokes. You pad your hair, you pad your eyes, you pad your fingers, you pad your breast, and you pad your nyash, and then hold your tummy. And believe me, the guys have learned the hard way. So stop blaming them when they want to be sure the first time, to avoid stories that touch after they had invested their emotions and even their money sometimes. I am not in any way encouraging immorality and stuff, no. But which way? We are the architect of these problems. These men were never complaining. They were okay with us before these new trends. As a matter of fact, they do not even appreciate all these artificial things except on photos. Onwezi engage you because of everything he had invested to just stick with you. Then you will find out that his mind is not there as well. He will still keep his eyes out there searching for the real deal, searching for what he really wants, even though some of them are perverts on their own anyway. And now we are even making the parts permanent with surgeries. Nobody bothers about consequences. Tomorrow, when the results begin to come, the person about on social media speak your way out. So the city wait for pity and help. And the public will be forced to pay for the person's foolishness. Imagine the trending story of the gospel singer, down with blood cancer and kidney issues, according to the story. I didn't see his medical reports, but at least I saw his pictures. The man was suffering from part of what bleaching creams did to him. The organic creams. You are straining your liver and kidneys with these things. The momentary gratification is short-lived. You will pay a heavier price tomorrow on top of the exorbitant price you paid for the rubbish you purchased that ruined your life. As of the time I saw his pictures during the developing stories, he was an eyesore. But unfortunately, this is the exact way most of our women look behind makeup and filters, with damaged skin and irritating odor, because one issue will definitely lead to the other, and then you will begin to carry perfumes around in your bag and spray paraffin and alcohol on your local government headquarters. And because of the irritation from the hard substances they are exposing their something to, the place becomes black and unattractive. We have all fucked up, all of us. But change is the greatest gift we can give to ourselves right about now. The elders said that Omata Marabu.
I'm out Igbo, man, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Have you ever seen a man trying to impress you by wearing foam? Abin, no be then get flat nash pass.
Will you keep quiet?
Except Bobrisky that wants to be like Michael Jackson.
Like, I want to be this, I want to be so famous like Michael Jackson. I want to be so rich like Michael Jackson.
She didn't research well. Them no tell am wetin happened to Michael Jackson. How he died at the peak of his career. I am sincerely worried about that guy, because he's overstressing his liver and kidneys with all the chemicals and hormonal pills. What will happen to the money he's trying to make from cloud chasing if anything goes wrong with him sooner than later? I have no problem with his sex identification. I'm used to all that here in the country where I live. We have more transgenders, cross-dressers and gays, more than we have normal and straight people. They are protected by the law, but they are not bleaching. Yet, we don't get to see much of old trans people because they die quickly out of frustration and health issues. Some eventually get to revert back to factory settings. So all we need is healthy food and lifestyle. Make out time to relax and sleep well. Spa houses are the bomb because you really need that massage and clean up to keep dead cells away by exfoliation. Exercise when you can. Stress is a silent killer. Your natural beauty only needs these healthy maintenance practices. Yes, some cosmetic surgeries are corrective and necessary in certain severe situations. But the fallen heroes on the chest of a modern woman will always tempt her into getting breast augmentation, lift and reduction. And the trick is that the moment you tamper with your front bumper, it will not be proportional again with the back.
Chai!
And then you will instantly start thinking of fixing the back too. This is just the craze in this plastic surgery that makes it obsessive. So don't start in the first place if your condition is not life-threatening. What will really threaten your life more is the consequences of the troubles you are trying to cause your health just because you can afford it now. Moreover, these surgeries require regular and costly maintenance to avoid complications. If you are not ready for all of this, please do not start. After all, men prefer it soft and shaking.
I like the way the thing dancing when I'm in action. The thing be dancing, klima.
So women, let's go back to the drawing board. Everybody knows the difference between a slay queen and a virtuous woman. Stop being desperate over men. They will come around if you are their spec. No amount of desperation and faking it will make a man stay with you if he doesn't want you. Change your ways now that you still have the chance. Pressure from the society and from your family. It's not enough to make you throw yourself at a man or jump around when you get a fake proposal ring. You now make it look as if a man is doing you a favor by marrying you. And seeing how desperate you are, the man begins to ridicule you, disrespect you, and batter you as a child at every slightest provocation to show you that he doesn't value and appreciate you, and you will still remain there until he kills you.
Olaba echebando manyiwo kwedisa. Go.
With most of us being very defenseless. Ima, you must kill me today, and you will allow a tout to hit you even in pregnancy, in that nonsense relationship that has no regard for you. Madam, are you sure that your problem is not laziness? Because you believe that the marriage is a poverty alleviation program in your life that offers you a shelter and basic needs. Shelter that comes with a lot of insults. Be a woman. This is my house. You can't tell me when to come back to my house. I will throw you out if you dare touch my phone again. Edith, what happened to my shirt? Hey, well, baby, I was trying to iron it, and then it got burned. Eh? You burned my shirt? This idiot, you burned my shirt. You will be beaten up again. And this time around, be burned with a hot iron over an ordinary piece of rag that is now valued more than you. These treatments and the one you were receiving in your father's house, do they have comparisons? Do you really think I don't understand? See, before I got married, my father had literally chased me, yes, me, his first daughter, out of my room, in that our house with plenty rooms. He gave the room to my sibling, not the immediate one, or no, to the one that came after my immediate younger one. This treatment did not make me to run away with a man, no. I went and faced my career knowing that my life depends on it. I didn't turn myself into a rag that someone will have to pick up out of pity. My dear women, give yourselves some value so that you will be valued. Drop the 100,000 naira bone straight a man bought for your coconut head and go and look for work. I am not a feminist. I am a life improvement coach. I come in peace. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page.
Bye.